So to get started, let's do a centering. Yeah, just a few minutes. We're not going to do a long centering activation like we did last week, or sorry, 2 weeks ago. So if everybody will just come into as best you can. If you're driving, of course, don't close your eyes, but if you can, just close down your eyes. Have your feet flat on the floor and feel yourself connected to the core of the earth, Mother Earth, holding and protecting each one of us. Just going to put everybody on mute. Yeah. Okay, and put your hands on your upper thighs, like at the top of your thighs, palms down. This helps ground you into your root chakra. It gives you stability. And let your shoulders drop. Let your face melt. Let your belly relax. We're going to fill it up like a balloon and then let the air out and let it collapse. We'll take 3 deep breaths together, drawing the energy from the earth through your feet all the way up your spine and through the top of out to the top of your head. So first, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale. Next one, even deeper. Release. Last one, deeper still. And exhale. And just bring your hands together in prayer position at your heart center. And silently set an intention for yourself for this time together. All right, so today we're talking about, I wanted to dive in and hear from you, those of you who want to talk about your big why. I know a lot of you have been diligently working on it or sort of working on it, or you read the questions. And actually, Renee went ahead and posted hers on the Facebook page, on our private page. So what I would love to do is raise your hand if you did have an opportunity to work on your big why. Vicki, Tiffany, Johanna, Veronica. And let's see, I'm going to unmute Jackie and Renee. Did either of you have a chance to work on yours?
Yes, a lot.
Oh, great, Jackie. Awesome. And how about you, Renee?
Yes, and so yes, I'm feeling pretty good about mine.
Yes, right. You did. You posted yours, and I thought it was awesome. So, are you driving now, Renee?
Yes, I'm driving, and I can talk. I just don't want y'all to have to hear a lot of highway noise. So if you can hear that, feel free to mute me. But I'm happy to talk if you want me to talk.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to put you on mute for now, and I'll unmute you, and we'll talk about your big why in just a minute. Okay. Okay. Cool. All righty. So, who would like to? Let's see, is that optimal? Yes. Raise your hand if you'd like to read us your big why, what you have come up with. It, like I said, this is not carved in stone. It's a process, and it's always evolving. So Tiffany, did you have your hand up? Great. Let me unmute you. So what I'm going to do is invite you to stand up and read it to us from your powerful goddess self.
Okay, and is this the whole thing, or I've got like 2 pages here?
So you were answering all the questions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so how about just reading what you came up with, the last piece that was the synthesis of all that processing.
Okay.
Okay?
I am here to serve and alleviate pain, both seen and unseen, by combining natural medicine, channeling, and intuitive healing.
By combining natural medicine, what was the second word?
Channeling.
Channeling.
And intuitive healing.
Whew. All right. I'd love to hear it one more time.
I am here to serve and alleviate pain, both seen and unseen, by combining natural medicine, channeling, and intuitive healing.
Wow. Beautiful. And how does that feel when you say it out loud with witnesses?
It feels really, really good. I feel more like I can do that, because I still have the doubts in my mind. You can't do that. You're not that big of a person. You're not going to have that much effect on people.
The voice says, who do you think you are?
Right, but then I have my intuition telling me, no, that's not true. Like, that's what you're here to do, and you will have that impact on people.
Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for doing that for yourself, and thank you for sharing it with all of us. So what I'm going to do, invite the rest of you, if you hear something, I'd love to hear from all of you who want to read your big why. Just read what some of what you've got. Just speak it into existence. And if you hear something that inspires you, write it down. It's okay to get inspired by each other and borrow thoughts and ideas as you're developing your own big why. Thanks, Tiffany. So let me mute Tiffany. And who would like to go next? Go, Mickey. All right, you're muted.
And my crazy cat has decided to join us.
Of course.
Hi, Pixie.
Hi. The animals love to come into this energy. Oh, hey, Callie. Johanna's got her dog.
There we go. Oh, this is a good shot, huh?
Yeah, that's great. Nice twist.
Standing up is not really going to work for the camera.
Okay.
But that's okay. I'm up. And as I was doing this, talk about the voice and the higher self. It was like, can it be that simple? I'm a nurturer. I'm a nurturer. That is my big why. I am a nurturer. And as I was writing that, it seemed so, well, that's so simple. And what I was being told as that came out as my big why is it will be revealed to you. I mean, I am happiest when I am feeding people and helping people with weird little things like, oh, you've got a cold, take a ginger bath. Here, let me help, And as a graphic designer, I help people promote their business. I help them carry their brand and whatever. But getting right down to the core of it and going through this exercise, I am a nurturer. And because I'm at this pivotal point, I think boiling it down to the simplest thing is right where I'm supposed to be. So to me, that seems like a road sign. Like I'm asking for a road sign. So it seems like a road sign. I'm a nurturer.
Hey, you know what? I've never heard anyone keep it that simple. And it's seems so clear that that was, I mean, like a road sign. A road sign just has an arrow or a stop or a turn, you know, and the breast will be revealed.
That feels super clear. And the voice was going, it can't be that simple. Come on, this is like an exercise. And then reading where other people were really challenged by, I was just before going, wow, that came out so simply, Lila. And it was like, that'd be so rude because maybe I'm not doing it right. I'm probably not doing it right. Well, maybe. And then I did the voice and the higher self, and it was like, it will be revealed. And it's like, okay, I'll take that.
Trust. Yeah. And our ego wants us to make it complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that sometimes you said something about it a second ago, the constant going, constant doing, it's time to ebb sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Between a broken collarbone the day before Thanksgiving, a snowstorm, a cold, this coming up in front of me, a feng shui class coming up in front of me, it's like I'm supposed to be receiving and taking in so that I can't. And I know that I'm absolutely certain that the events of the past few years have happened to me so that I can tell my story. And, you know, this past week I did my first public speaking ever.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. The right people were there. And fortunately, the pressure was off me that it wasn't like, oh, and did you sell anything? I was giving. The right people were there, and I'm making contacts with people because of it. So I'm saying yes and just going, okay. I'm watching and I'm present. I'm taking care of myself so that I'm ready to do whatever it is I'm open.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for getting the message.
Thank you.
And sharing it with us. Beautiful. Thanks, Vicki. Whew. All righty. Somebody else want to play with this? The purpose of reading it or saying it is really because your voice has power, and speaking it into the world and where people love you, are witnessing you, is part of manifestation. And Johanna is ready. Hang on. Right, girl.
Okay. Like Renee, like Vicki, great view of myself, but anyway, here I am.
It's perfect.
Right. I'm here to have everyone that comes into my orbit leave with a deeper love and appreciation for themselves.
Oh, Johanna. Johanna.
Yes.
One more time. I just want all of us to feel into it. So we heard it. Just one more time.
I'm here to have everyone that comes into my orbit leave with a deeper love and appreciation for themselves.
Yes. Does anybody else feel energy running down their legs and into the ground? Do you feel that? I'm feeling that as you read it the second time, and to me that is in the legs and going into the ground is all about life purpose. Directly connected to the root chakra. Whew, my feet feel like they're glued to the earth in a good way. I mean, it's like they're just grounded. How does it feel to you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm clear about it. Yeah. I don't, I think it's like with everything else, sometimes we get pulled away, but if I stay connected to that, then my actions really allow that space for people. So.
Say that again. When you stay clear and
Sometimes we can get right. We get pulled out of whatever our zone, or I think we can lose sight sometimes if there's different things that happen in our lives. But just to keep that as a compass. So I guess that's just it. That's my compass, and so that I know that my actions will always be in that direction, so that when someone walks away, that they feel better about themselves than they did when they walked into that energy field. So
into whatever you've created, whether it's working with them on branding, teaching a yoga class, giving them a foot rub at an event, which I've been the beneficiary of, one of Johanna's foot rubs. Yeah, that you want them to leave being more in love with themselves. Yeah. Whew, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So you guys are demonstrating why this is important. When you know what your big why is, at least for a while, it may change, but at least while you know it for this time, you've got something to go back to and say, is this choice in alignment with my big why? Is this person, this action, where I'm living, all the choices, is this going to help move me closer to that? Help me be in that space. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Let me unmute. Jackie, you want to share yours? I'm going to unmute you. Well, it didn't unmute. Jackie? Oh. Yeah, here you go,
Hello.
Jackie. Yeah, hey.
Hey. Well,
hi.
I wrote a lot of stuff. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Coming through loud and clear.
Okay. All right. And so the last statement was pretty wimpy. These previous women are really on top of things, but I learned a lot about myself by answering those questions, even though I know that there's a lot more that could be said. But my final statement is to learn to pass it on, to love and be loved, to be kind and to speak the truth, especially to women.
So the voice was telling you that yours was not good enough or
right,
or something.
That
right?
it's not the real thing yet. That there's more work that needs to be done.
Okay, so say that again, but start it with the voice says.
The voice says that your life statement or your big why is not complete, and it needs more work.
The voice says it needs more work. What does your higher self say to that?
Today I have to agree with the voice. Because I want more.
Oh, that's your higher self saying, I want more.
Yes. I want more than what I've written on the page.
Yes. So this is a start, and I want more.
Okay. Yes.
Because that not good enough or not enough is, that's just the ego trying to stop you. And keep it small. And that's not what you want. Your higher self wants you to be your big self and be yourself fully in your greatness. That's what you're going for.
Right.
That's what you're determined to have. So you want to read it one more time? I love what you read. I'd love you to read the big why one more time.
Okay. To learn, to pass it on, to love and be loved, to be kind and to speak the truth, especially to women.
Okay, legs again. Legs and feet, legs and feet. I love energy. That's beautiful, Jackie. Beautiful, simple, and true.
Thank you.
I feel it. Did anybody else feel that when she read it? Yeah. You can tell when it lands. Or if it's just, we wish that was true. I wish that were true. It's in our head. But that landed. People raised their hands, Jackie, that it landed for them. They could feel it.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yes. And your higher self wants more. So let that evolve. Keep visiting it. Let it, your guides are going to give you information and direction, and just follow that and see what comes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. Anybody else want to go? I'll unmute. Let me see. Carrie, did you have a chance to work on this? Or do you know your
I didn't, but I could probably pull something. The other thing I just wanted, I don't know if it's inappropriate because I kind of came in at the end, but may I comment a little bit on what Jackie said? Would that be appropriate? Just.
Let me muscle test. I'm getting a no.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to mention that I would like to reach out to Vicki and let's see if we can do some work together based on what she shared.
Yeah, so Carrie, you can just come in on the Divine Business Mastery Facebook page, and you can connect with everybody there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking for it and I didn't see it in my Facebook list, so I don't know if maybe I didn't join it officially yet or not. But anyway,
I think you have to accept the invitation. We've invited you. You just need to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Cool.
Anything about your?
My big why in simplistic form is to let people know they are loved. That's just my simplistic one. Purpose of my life is to let those that enter into my world and my awareness to just let them know they are loved. Mm-hmm. And beyond that, I kind of focus on purpose, joy, and grace are my three words that I try to embody with my intentions.
Purpose, joy, and grace.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and you are love. Where you go and the people you touch do feel loved. So you're already living your big why, in my experience.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you, Carrie. And let's see if Cheryl can, I'm just having a little challenge here with the muting and unmuting. Oh. All right. Now I'm going to unmute Cheryl, Renee. Please, I need help. Oh, sorry. I just found the scroll button. Okay. Unmuting. Hey, go Renee.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. Okay. So I will. I'm not looking at what I wrote, so I'm just going to drill it down to, I'm going to tag on, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, said she was a nurturer. So I'm going to say I am an encourager. And I mostly lead from my overarching theme of living in your personal freedom, and that's what I encourage. I want to encourage women to do, to find your personal freedom, and encourage you to live in that and to do it through from a space of gratitude and fun and joy. That life is to be enjoyed. So, yes, to drop those shackles and live free.
Wow. You know what, Renee? I love that you didn't have it in front of you, because what you said is different from what you wrote on the Facebook page. And to me, it's so much deeper and alive. So I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
I do know where it came from. It came from and your source. For you just to speak that, not just, take out the just because that limits it.
Yeah.
You just speak it out loud had so much vibrance. So what I'd love for you to do is go back and listen to this recording and listen to yourself say those words, and then that's the next evolution of your big why.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. I felt happier just listening to you say it. Thanks, Renee. Okay, I'm going to put you back on mute. And
Okay.
Veronica, do you want to go? I love this. Everybody's doing their big why. And you've already read mine. I just put it all out there. Hang on. I was trying to figure out how to. Okay. All right. Okay, Veronica?
Okay. I just kind of integrated it right now after listening to everybody else's.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I had all the pieces, but I think this is what it comes down to. So my big why is practical spirituality, making life easy through the evolution of consciousness.
Okay, can you say that again? And
Okay.
say, this is what I do. My big why is, or I do this.
Okay, my big why is really, let's see, my big why is learning an evolution through consciousness and helping myself and others, but in a real practical application of that spirituality. So it's all about real practical life stuff, like making life easier, allowing life to be easy. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of a jumbled wording, but
it made sense to me. How about the rest of you? Did that make sense? One person, two? Yeah. So actually when you said it the second time,
yeah,
it was so much clearer. It was more words, but it was clearer to me.
Yeah.
How did it feel for you saying it?
I think the second time it did. I mean, it's obviously I'm still in the process of integrating it and boiling it down into one little statement. Mm-hmm. So the second time it was probably more expressing just from my heart because I'm, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it felt to me, and there's some very clear nuggets in there about what you do want, that it is practical. It does make people's lives easier, and that you're living it so that then you can share it, teach it.
Yeah. So like when Jackie said to learn and pass it on, yeah, that's part of mine. You know, when Vicky said it'll be revealed, I think that's part of mine too. You know, so just everybody's helped me to boil mine down. So
Yeah, awesome. I
and
love this. It's a mastermind. You know, we are inspired by each other, and we're learning as we go. We're learning, and learn teaching.
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, everybody, for playing. I love it when everybody plays. So let's see if there's anything. Yeah, so your intention becomes a magnet for miracles. And remember, you know, when you were a kid, like third grade, they gave you a little paper cup at school and you put dirt in it and then you put a lima bean seed in there and you watered it every day and you set it on the shelf in the sun. And you know, every day you go over and look and there's nothing. And then one day you came to school and there's the little sprout. The bean had opened up and the little green sprout was coming up through the soil. Well, this why that we've been talking about today, that's the life force energy, just like is in the lima bean seed. So inside the seed is the potential for it coming to life and growing. So that's what you're doing. It's that important. This is all about life force energy that is going to fuel you and feed you and nourish you for your purpose, your passion, your real divine purpose in life. And I feel so inspired and filled. My heart is just filled to overflowing, holding all of this, all of what you've said today. So thank you for speaking and thank you for holding this space for each other. Awesome. So, I just want to say one thing about your big why. I just learned this a few weeks ago, and I was so relieved when I figured out that there's actually also a selfish why. You know, so the big why is all about giving and teaching and learning and, you know, sharing and healing and all that, which is fabulous. It can also deplete us, you know. It can become one of those too much giving, over giving. So the selfish why is about receiving. And it's really important, and I encourage all of you to write your selfish why. It's good. It's really good. And to me, that was the missing piece. I kept thinking, oh, I shouldn't want this just for me. I shouldn't want to, you know, have people acknowledge my gifts or whatever, you know. That was my particular one. But no, of course, you know, we all have needs. We're human. And yeah, and it's good in this group. I want you to know being selfish is a good thing. This is not a bad word. So, intelligently selfish. So, yeah, so think about your selfish why. You know, you want to have more money so you can have a bigger house, or you love beautiful clothes, or you want to take trips, or, you know, go fill yourself up. And actually, yeah, let me say that about this, which is think about having 3 buckets. So this is a segue into money. So with your money, think about having 3 buckets. And you can start with you want to put an equal percentage into each bucket. And you can start with 1% of your monthly income into each bucket. And the 3 buckets are a bucket of money to give away. And, you know, you've heard of tithing and some people say 10%, but I'm recommending start with 1 or 2%. Tithe where you're fed spiritually. So that could be an author. I've given money to someone who sang a song that touched me, a poet, anyway. So tithe where you're fed spiritually. You can give to friends and family. You can donate to charities, causes you support. All of that goes in the giveaway bucket, okay? Second bucket is pay your debts. And I recommend that you do that joyfully. So when you're paying your bills, express gratitude. Thank you for electricity. Thank you for water, running hot and cold water in my bathroom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So feel grateful as you pay your bills. So that's the bucket. That's bucket 2. Pay your debts. Wait a minute. Did I say 3 buckets? It's 4 buckets. Sorry. So give away, pay your debts, invest in yourself is bucket 3. So like taking this course, personal growth, books, self-care, all of that is investing in yourself. And then the 4th bucket is play. So concerts, movies, theater tickets, art events, art materials, vacation time, a sparkly manicure, whatever feels like play to you. So if you put 1% in each of the 4 buckets, you're covered. And then as your income grows, you can increase the percentage, but I recommend that you keep the percentages equal in each of those.